What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are diving into one of the most talked about artists in Kenya called Bahati. From gospel glory to controversial headlines, and now a career that feels, well, a little bit shaky. Bahati's journey has been nothing short of dramatic, so let's break it down for you.
Kitu mimi naweza promise na promise mbele ya world, God stai kuacha.
Bahati was born in Huruma, in Mathare constituency. Like many artists, his beginnings were humble, but his breakthrough came when he stepped into gospel music around 2010s. He wasn't just another singer. He connected with Kenyans on a deep emotional level. Remember that song Mama? That song didn't just trend. It won him Groove Awards and put him right at the top of the gospel charts. At that time, Bahati was the golden boy of gospel, alongside names like Willie Paul and Mr. Sid. But then, gospel industry started to decline. After 2015, very few gospel songs were making real impact, apart from the consistent acts like Mercy Masika and Guardian Angel. Most artists were struggling, and Bahati wasn't spared. By 2016, you could barely point a new gospel hit from him. Still, Bahati tried to expand his influence by starting his own record label called EMB Records. He signed artists like Mr. Sid, David Wanda, Wisdom, and Rebecca Soki. For a while, it looked like he was building the next big gospel empire. But things didn't go as planned. One by one, his signees left. Mr. Sid was the first to exit, followed by David Wanda and then others. Now, at first the switch worked, but he gave us Wanani, with Nadia Mkami, Adhiambo with Prince Hinda, and later Abebo with Prince Hinda. These songs blew up. They were catchy, they had replay value, and they proved Bahati could survive outside gospel. For a moment, it felt like he had successfully reinvented himself. But here is the problem: consistency. After 2022, we can't really point a major solo hit from Bahati. His career feels like it has been running more on controversy than music. And there is another telling sign. No major artist has ever featured Bahati in their song. It's always him featuring others like Nadia, Prince Hinda, and so on. That shows something. In Kenyan music scene, when your peers don't actively seek you out for collaboration, it signals that your influence is shrinking. Compare that to other top stars like Calligraph Jones, Otile Brown, or even Sauti Sol members. Everyone wants them on a track. For Bahati, it's the opposite. He relies on other people's hype instead of people relying on his. Meanwhile, his former signees like Mr. Sid are slowly surpassing him musically and in relevance. The irony is hard to ignore. One major issue is Bahati's obsession with clout, or kiki as we call it. He's been in the headlines more for stunts than for songs. From online beefs to over-the-top announcements, it sometimes feels like he's trying too hard to stay relevant. The more recent one, offering Harambee Stars 1 million shillings if they beat Morocco. Now, I'll give him credit. He showed patriotism, and honestly, many of us thought Kenya stood no chance. But the way he handled it made it feel more like a publicity stunt than a genuine support. One of the most daring moves Bahati made outside music was his leap into politics in 2022. He didn't just drop shows, he decided to run for the Mathare EMP seat under the Jubilee Party. He claimed to understand Mathare issues, having grown up there. He said mtoto wa Mathare means I'm a child of Mathare, and that he wanted to give the community someone who truly knows them. But politics is not cheap. He revealed he spent about 33 million Kenyan shillings campaigning, plus another 10 million Kenyan shillings for election day. Though in some interview he said he spent 27 million shillings from his own pocket. He also says he was asked to step down in favor of Anthony Oluoch of ODM with promises of job in government. He claims he refused, that public negotiation itself put him in the spotlight. In the end, he lost. He got about 8,166 votes, landing third, while the incumbent Anthony Oluoch won with around 28,098 votes. Billion Ojiwa came second. After the loss, Bahati said that Jubilee Party never really backed him. He felt treated more like an independent candidate. He even claims that 10 days before the election, things collapsed. Many supporters thought his name was dropped from the ballot, so they didn't show up for the election day. That confusion may have cost him momentum. And not too long after, in 2023, he officially defected to UDA, saying he wants a political home where he feels his ambitions are respected. Then there's Bahati Bet, his betting business. Diversifying is smart, yes, but it also shows where his focus might be shifting. Music no longer feels like his top priority. Meanwhile, Diana, his wife, has been gaining attention with her music. Let's be honest, she's not the most polished singer. Sometimes her lyrics are even controversial and her flow isn't always smooth. But you know what? She markets herself brilliantly. People talk about her, stream her music, and she trends. In some ways, she's stealing Bahati's spotlight. So where does this leave Bahati? To me, it feels like he's at a crossroad. Does he still want to be a musician, or is he slowly exiting the scene without saying it? If he wants to bounce back, he needs a careful written solo hit, strong marketing, and more importantly, less drama. Fans are tired of clout, they want music only. Bahati is talented, that's not in question, but talent without consistency fades quickly. If he doesn't get back to the drawing board, he risks being remembered for his controversies and his contribution to Kenyan music. Personally, I hope he bounces back. Kenyan music needs strong artists to compete globally, but until then, we are still waiting for the next real Bahati hit. So what do you guys think? Is Bahati done, or does he still have a big comeback in him? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into Kenyan music and culture.